Hey guys, welcome. So today I want to show you how you can install Anaconda on your PC. So well, Anaconda is a big company, or let me say a big initiative, and what they do is they are mainly into data science, mostly Python data science. They have packages, so that's where you have Spyder, Anaconda, Jupyter Notebook, and we have Miniconda, where you can be able to do your coding, okay, and also we have other consoles that come with Anaconda, Spyder, Anaconda, like the Anaconda prompt. So these are environments that will allow you to be able to do your coding, all the necessary coding you need to do. Right, so I will put the link to this website on the description so that you can easily access it. So for now, let's get started. We want to download the software, and then we can start with our Python coding. Alright, so if you are new to my channel, I want to encourage you to subscribe to it and stay tuned for more videos. So if you're here, just click on download Anaconda installer, and then yeah, so you look for the type of PC. So I'm using PC. If you're using Mac or Linux, you can download the type, and then you check for the bitrate. So I use 64 bits. I'm just going to, if you can't find it, just right click on this PC, okay, this PC here, go to properties, allow it to come. So you can see here 64 bits, okay, operating system. So you might find 32-bit or something else. So I think 86, or yeah, I think so. If it's 86 or 36, download this one, but if it's 64, you download this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click 64 bits, and then let's wait for our downloader to take it up. Okay, so my downloader has started downloading it. I think I'll just wait a while, and then we can proceed. Okay, so now that I have it downloaded here, I'm going to install it. Okay, so you just run it, and then you can just run as administrator. So we are going to wait for it to run. Yeah, here. Okay, so all right. So if you want to do coding, usually what you need is an IDE. Okay, so I'm going to install for just me. What you need is an IDE. An IDE is an integrated development environment that will allow you to do all your coding. Okay, so it's installing the packages and the necessary files we need. Most people don't like Anaconda because it's too huge. I like it because it has all the libraries I need. It has I don't need to be downloading and installing new libraries anytime I need a new library. I just install Spyder Anaconda, and it comes with a standard library, a library that contains almost everything you need. If you are working with data science, it comes with data science library. If you are working with machine learning, it comes with machine learning libraries. If you are working with just normal scripting, you have all the libraries you need. Okay, so it's quite cool, especially for someone who just wants to learn everything, or someone who is versatile in his programming. If you are stuck with, let's say you only work with graphic designing, then maybe you can just install something else, install Vim, or install PyCharm, and then install only maybe toolkit library, and use only that one for whatever you have to do. But I like this one because it has everything I need. And apart from that, the two IDEs, we have Jupyter Notebook and we have Anaconda Spyder. These two are very good. Most people generally use these two whenever they are doing data science. So yeah, I'm with it. Click next here, then next. Oh, and then well, let's click get started with both of them, then to show us what to do. Right, so we're going back to the browser. Right, so I think everything is done now. So when you're done installing the Anaconda IDE, Anaconda, let's start by, so first I want to show you how you can use Jupyter Notebook. Then after that I'll introduce you to Spyder Anaconda. Personally I use Spyder Anaconda, so let me just look for Jupyter Notebook. So over here you can just type Jupyter and then you launch it. Now it's going to open a console here or a command prompt here. You should not close it. It's very important that it's left running. It allows a connection between the Jupyter IDE and then the interpreter. Alright, so make sure it's left on, and it should open our browser soon. Okay, great. So we have something like this. Now, if you're a new person, if you're new to Python, to coding, I want to suggest you have a folder where you do all your coding in. Okay, so all your coding scripts will be there. Personally, I have a folder on my desktop where, so when I open my desktop, I have something called projects, and then in my projects I have coding, and I have Python coding here. Alright, so all my Python scripts are here. So I open where I usually keep my stuff, then I create a new file. So over here, where is it? Over here I can create a new Python IDE. So just create a Python 3 file. Okay, so it takes me to a new tab, so I'm going to maximize my. Alright, so over here we have, these are called cells. Okay, so this is where you do all your typing in, and then you can save the file at the end of the day. Okay, and then over here you can be able to add a new cell. Like let's say you want to add a new cell, you just click on it to add a new cell. Okay, so that's how it works. And so actually these are standards. These are standard. Almost every programming language has these. Okay, so you use these ones to move a cell up or down. So let me just start by saying something like this: import math. Okay, and then import, let's say import numpy, like this. So I can use the cell, this option to move numpy up, use this option to move numpy down. That's how it works. And this is for running. Okay, my connection, I'm really sorry, my connection is quite bad, but basically that's how it works. So it's still trying to connect to the kernel, which means I cannot run until it's done connecting. Anyway, so make sure this is done before you can run it. Okay, so if you want to run it, you use this one. Okay, what it means to run is to make your code work. Okay, to play your code, or if you like to make it do whatever you've typed. Okay, so I'm just going to add a new cell here, or I'll just press enter and then go down a little bit. Then I'll say something like print a string. What string should we print? Hello. Print hello world, like this. And then because it's not done connecting to my kernel, I don't think I can run it. You should allow it to connect to the kernel before you can do that. Let's restart the kernel. Okay, so because the kernel is taking a while to connect, I'm going to continue without it. Okay, but basically that's how it goes. So if I had clicked one here, you see hello world on my next cell, it would actually print out hello world on my next cell. Forget about these, I was just trying to show you how to illustrate the cells, how the cells work. Okay, so forget about these. Later on I'll show you how all these work. Okay, so when you're done, you can save your script here, and then you give it a name. You give the name and then you proceed. Okay, so these are standard. So basically these are things that you can apply to your code as well as your cells. Okay, so and if you want to show this Jupyter untitled note 1, you can just toggle it on and off. It's the title. Okay, but personally I like to use Spyder because, well, I like to use it. Anyway, it's all about preferences. Most people use Jupyter. So let's go. Let me introduce you to Spyder, then I can end this video here. Alright, so let me know if your Jupyter notebook worked. Okay, so just give me feedback in the comments if yours worked. If it didn't work, I would like to see what was wrong, then maybe we could work on that. Alright, so let's go to Spyder. I'm just going to search for Spyder here. Well, I've already created a shortcut for it here, but you can just search for Spyder. If you can't find it, then you run it. it will take a while to open, so we're going to wait a while. Okay, so while Spyder is opening, I want to show you some more. We have something called the Anaconda Navigator. Okay, if you can't find it, just look for Navigator like this. Navigator. Alright, like this. And then you open it. It shows you basically all the things that have been installed and all the how do you call it? All the libraries you could work with from Anaconda Spyder. Okay, so let's see. Okay, well, Spyder has come. Right now I'm interested in the Anaconda, the Navigator, so I'm going to minimize Spyder for now. Then we can concentrate on the Navigator. Let it finish loading. It takes a while to load, especially if you don't use it often. Well, finally we have our Anaconda Navigator. So you can see it comes with a command prompt. Okay, it comes with its own command prompt, and anything that you see here called launch is most likely installed already. Okay, so you have Jupyter Notebook, which we opened, Jupyter Lab, which is an advanced form of Jupyter Notebook. It's almost the same, but it's just some few difference. And then we have PowerShell. Instead of command prompt, you can use PowerShell. Now these install are not yet installed, so if you want to install them, if you want to have them, you can just install them. And I have VS Code. It's not because I installed it, but if I needed it and I didn't have it, I could just click on install like here, and I'll have it. So if you happen to need any of these components, you just click on them, and then you will have them. So if you couldn't find your Spyder Anaconda, you can just come and launch it here. If you wanted your command prompt, you launch it here. This is especially very important because you need it to be installing libraries you don't have. Now, I'll be showing you later on how you can install some libraries you may be lacking in, etc. But it's very simple to install libraries on Spyder Anacondas. It's very simple. So for now, I'm going to Spyder. So I'm going to close this one. What's this? Alright, and I'm going to Spyder. So if you've installed it for the first time, you would have a blank sheet. I have been using it for a while, so I have previous files I was working on. Okay, so let's see. For now, the first thing I would introduce you to is the editor. Okay, so I think for now, let me open previously worked on files so that you can, let's try this. So this is my editor. You see, I've done all my coding here. This is where I did all my coding. Okay, and so it's like Microsoft Word. You just do your typing and etc. And then if you're expecting a result, it will come here. Okay, so for now I'm going to comment all these, and let's say I'm expecting to, so let me print hello world here, just like we did in the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so if I run this, because it's accessing the data from the internet, it's going to be a little slow, but okay, now we have hello world here, and so as you can see, the data is from the console, is on the console. Yeah, I want to make this one a little bigger. Okay, so I can go to my preferences. Where's preferences? Preferences here. I think I need to restart my Anaconda if I want to see, because let's see, when you go to the appearance here, you'll be able to change the size. Okay, my sizes are enough. Maintain it at 15. It's because it will come when I restart my PC, the size will come to its original size. Okay, there we have it. Alright, great. So whatever output you're expecting, let me comment this line so that I can show you. What am I doing? Comment this line, then I'll run. We have hello world. So whenever you're expecting an output, it comes here. Alright, so like I said, this is your editor, this is your console. Now if you're expecting, so let's say we have variables here, so I'm just going to uncomment what I did. Okay, I'm going to uncomment this, I'm going to uncomment the rest of these. Okay, and take away this hello world. So if you have variables here, this is a variable, this is a variable, it's going to, so I'm going to run this code. This code gets COVID-19 data, and it tries to plot a line graph with it. Okay, so it gets data for the whole of the countries in the world, and it plots only the first 5 countries, first 6 countries actually. So let's see. Now I've run the code. Like I said, if I have variables in my code, all the variables will come here. All countries is a variable. Where's all countries? This is all countries. It's a variable. This S type is a type of list, or it's a list type. and it has 192 elements. These are the elements. The same way, it gives you information about the variables, every variable in your script. Okay, all right. So if you're expecting a plotting, let's say in this case I was expecting a plotting. Okay, ideally I think my code has an error somewhere or something, or the API is not getting the data. It's not getting the data from the API. But at the end of the day, if I am expecting a plot, the plot is going to appear here. All right, the plot will show here, and this is a shortcut to my files. Okay, it's my directories. So you see my directories. Actually intending to do a proper video on how to use all these tools. Okay, especially how to debug errors, or how to debug your scripts. Okay, so this is a very simple way of doing it. So over here you have the standard tools, and this is for opening, this is for creating a new file, this is for saving, and then over here we have, okay, so this is for searching. Now this is one of the important things you need to know. It allows you to run. I think you've seen me using it a couple of times. So when I say print and I say 1,000 times 1,000, okay, I can't see my results until I actually go to print. Okay, then I'll say 1,000,000 here. Alright, so I can't see my results until I actually go to run the code. So these are for debugging. Okay, I'll show you more on this in the video I actually intend to record. And then all these fall under the debugging. They are used for debugging. Every IDE should have the debugger or things that they use for debugging. And as I mentioned, I've been to the preferences already, and you can change the appearance of your Anaconda. As you can see, I'm using a dark screen. You can actually check some of the keyboard shortcuts, and then so one thing I want to show you is the current working directory. You want to make sure that it's at the place where you have all your codes located. Okay, so you would change it from the current project directory and put it on the following directory. So change it from here to this one, and then locate where your Python code the Python codes are. Mine is here. That's how come. All right, so with these set, I'll just press OK, and actually that's basically everything you want to know. In the next videos, I'll be showing you, apart from the debugging, I'll be showing you some basic concepts. Okay, we have assignments. That's a basic concept. I already showed you how to comment, right? You can just comment like this using Control 1. Okay, or you go to the edit and then you go to comment. Okay, so actually I want to show you basic things every programmer or every beginner should know, and I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to pause and then show you these in the subsequent videos. Okay, all right, so thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and leave a like if this video was helpful or informative. All right, I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.